you have had glimpses of the truth. It's true? You said like this, but you said they did not stay. They did not stay. Why? Because the one who had the glimpse is itself not consistent, actually. It is believed that this is the factual position that you are looking from, and this person that had a glimpse into the infinite self, you may say, you didn't use those words, but I'm assuming that's what you meant, and that somehow it did not stay. And I know it cannot go. You see? So, maybe for the duration of what you experience as a glimpse was in fact, for that period of time, yourself as an ego or an autonomous being was not there. And in the absence of you personally was revealed the presence of you universally. Have I moved too fast on this one? Yes. So it's a very subtle thing, you see? Because we are taking and assuming that the personal standpoint is adequate or sufficient to catch hold of the supreme, eternal, perfect self. So it's not that the person had a flash of the self, but that the person for a flash was not there. And in the absence of the person became the presence of the presence revealed itself. It's not easy if we are thinking the usual way of thinking, yes, but why did it go? Of course, we are experiencing from a very limited standpoint of personhood, which we have assumed to be the fact of who we are. Some people have evolved enough internally to recognize that the person is not a reliable state. It fluctuates. Something knows the person is not consistent, you see? So something within you is able to view or overview the sense of your person like that. That which is able to observe the sense of person is that itself a person. I say again, no? If the sense of yourself, because we do it also very casually, we talk about our past, we talk about our projections about future, and these ideas and feelings, they come and go for us. But we don't stop enough to look at who is it that can perceive past, can perceive our present state, can perceive that our state is not stable. What is it? Where are you looking from to observe that your person or personality is not stable? It must be from a place within yourself also. You see? So it is not true that the person, we can say, okay, we can say the person had a glimpse, but that glimpse did not expand into continuous seeing. It was effectively experienced as a momentary thing, and that went away. And it is apparently the person who observed that flash of enlightenment or awakening, that went away. But the person has remained consistent. But actually, it's not the person that has remained. Actually, your sense of person is not a fixed thing. It's only seemed to be fixed in your mind. You think you're always looking from the place of personhood. You say practices take time. It is true. Meditation also takes time. Everything takes some time. For all of you, I ask you, what is there in you that takes no time? Don't answer me. Just reflect. What is it that is already so that does not need to be practiced? I'm just saying. Everything else takes practice, and practice imply that the thing you're practicing to reach cannot be where you already are. It is some projection. All paths, all roads are leading somewhere. What is it that's not going anywhere? Because even present thoughts, they are traffic. They're on the way to somewhere. Emotions, it's also on the way to somewhere. Our minds are fixing things as though they don't move. Someone saw me also a few days ago, and this lady asked me, "How are you today? How are you now?" Okay. She says, "Because last time you were not so well." I said, "When?" 2 years ago. You know what happened 2 years ago in my life? Mind fixes certain things and then picks that thread up later on as though this is the next instant. So all these are stale ideas that we have collected in our mind, and we are holding on to them as though they are true, that they are real, and that they are of value, you see? So my question to you now, what is it, if you don't try to reach anywhere, even state of enlightenment or whatever, don't try to go for anything at all, for a moment. I'm just trying something, okay? Don't try to go anywhere or to become anything. Just for a few moments, just while I'm speaking, just drop all this idea, for a moment. Not trying to reach enlightenment, not try to become Buddha, not trying to become anything, just for a moment. So we can just relax. And don't hold on to any idea. Don't hold on to any shape about who you are, just for a little bit. Be empty of it. And also, whatever your mind wants to say about this, leave it. Can we do like this? Because perhaps for hundreds of lifetimes you're searching, I don't know, for something has been looking. We tried many things, and they don't last, nothing lasts. Now fast forward to this life, fast forward to this moment, and I'm asking you to do nothing more for now. No? Just as you are here. And for a moment, don't be expecting anything, like I'm about to do some miracle on you or something. No, just be empty. So you see, your senses are still functioning. Monkey is trying to get a nice seat somewhere. Okay, so your senses are functioning, you can see, you can hear, but you're not collecting anything at all. You're not a container of thoughts, memories, intentions. Just be empty of that. Hmm? If they come in just like clouds are coming in, don't try to shush them away and don't try to hold them. Let them everything go their own way. But you are just here for now. Okay? So even the idea about enlightenment and becoming a Buddha, I want to finish with this, all your requests, your desires, all these things, just leave them for a moment. Life allows you this space. Leave everything alone. And don't touch next. So whether past or future or now, don't touch anything at all. Just you remain only aware. In this space, which I'm referring to as simple awareness, pay attention. Is it expecting anything at all? Please look. Your answers now I would like to hear from you. How are you in this instant? Have you done any work to be here? You say you're lazy, no? So yes. I'm really on your side now, okay? Not on your back, okay? So lazy man's way to enlightenment, really nice. So you don't do anything at all. Don't reach for anything. Don't turn back to get anything. Leave everything. There's something, if everything is taken out or left aside, everything, all your thoughts, all memory, everything for a moment, okay? You can have them back in a little bit if you want, but just for one instant of time to leave everything for a moment. Until there's nothing else that can be taken out. Nothing can be left aside. Are you not still here? Something is here. Even the memory of yourself as a person, it come and go, so you leave it. Are you in an unbearable state? No. Your mind is waiting to give a lot of information, by the way.
Yes.
It wants to say something.
Yes.
But not for the moment. He can wait also. You give a few moments just to be just as you are. Yeah. No next, no past. Even present. You don't know what it means. Simply you're here. I've not asked you to control or to suppress your senses. They are not the problem. Don't hold on to any self-description, nor any past. Just you're here. Don't listen to what your mind wants to say for now. In a little bit he can come in. Just as you are now. Empty. Okay, a desire seems to be coming and okay, and you cannot put him. You put him over there, he comes back. Leave him. Don't engage with it though. Say, okay, you can be there, but I'm not in a conversation with you. It's possible? Or must you engage with this desire? Can you leave it or not? It is getting difficult is a feeling. Yes. Did the desire tell you it is difficult? Did the desire say, listen, it's difficult to leave me, okay? Or is something saying it's difficult to leave the desire? Is there not an awareness that there is something that is feeling it's difficult to leave this desire? Do
Yes.
you have to identify with this one even? There's a feeling, but it's so hard to leave this desire. But there's an awareness behind that. From the place of the awareness, is the awareness attached to the desire? Stay there. Is it difficult to remain in this place? I'm not asking you not to breathe. I'm not asking you to sit very still. Say, no, relax. I'm not asking you to do some spiritual gymnastics or nothing, just as you are here. So even this persistent sensation or desire, you have just now admitted, although it feels very intimate and itchy, the one who is feeling itchy, there's awareness of this one. So that cannot be my essential nature. It's true or not?
Yes.
Yes. So that being said, what remains now? That's not doing anything, no effort at all here. Just be the space, just be the space. Just be there at this, in the space. Are you something that is in the space, or are you same as the space? Does the space have desires? Yeah. Did you create this feeling? Is it a trick? Yes. Is it a glimpse?
No.
So the waves are glimpsing the ocean?
No.
Don't touch mind. Do you feel restricted? Can you go until you come to the end of this now? In any direction, you can go and tell me when you come to the end of this. Can you come to the end of that space? Does it have a limit? Can anything change that space? Like sudden movement, and the space is gone? That's awareness space itself. Something is saying consciousness is limited to the size and the proportion and the dimension of this body. And outside of this, there's no consciousness. That's a feeling that came, a thought.
Yes.
Yes. Where did this thought come from? It was not here previously. Then now it arises. From where it come? So therefore, the space that you're in is the dimension and volume of the body. Is that feeling consistent? Is that feeling reliable? Or is it just like another feeling? If it is true, then it means that it will always be true. It's true now. At any time you're going to check in, it's still true. Your existence is only inside the size and shape and the dimensions of the body. And because that thought came, and it seemed as though some belief has gone to that thought, so the thought becomes more solid. If it is left only as a thought, it will soon float by. It's as though each thought is auditioning for your attention. For someone else, maybe the thought come and it also go. But somehow this thought has come, perhaps not for the first time for you. It has come and it goes, hey, and you go. And you have the sense of going off with it, and for that moment you have chosen in some way, in a subtle way, to leave your seeing and to be in contact with that thought, which still cannot stay with you. I tell you, don't do anything at all. Don't even concentrate for a minute. Just listen, no? Because if something is going to your head, there's an awareness of something going to the head. And then the thought says, I become contracted and I'm right here now. Is that an actuality or is that a truth?
That I don't know.
No. Well, if it was truth, you would still be up there, no? Because the truth cannot be just part-time. What I call truth must be consistently, reliably, always as it is. It doesn't change mood or color or something else. The mind is trying very hard. We call it monkey mind. But when you pay attention to where I'm pointing, that's called monk's mind. Monkey mind, monk's mind. All these things are heard, as thoughts and feelings, movement, something, and even the reaction as a response to that is also perceivable. When you know this, when you have verified this, you find that you're still, and you're here, not up there. Let's not even call this a name for now. You're still just here. Your talking about here is perceived in here. The talking started, it ran for a while, it stopped. But you have not moved. Have you come to this certitude? It is as though there's a dimension, let's say for now, within you, that is not pulled about by the traffic of thoughts and feelings and all of this. They are all perceived, but they do not alter that which is. Can you recognize this? Earlier when I asked you all these things that come and go, for a moment just don't try to control, don't try to organize your mind, don't follow where it wants to go. Be aware only. From the place of awareness, the comings and goings, the rising and falling, all of these things are perceived, but without passion and without attachment. Can we come to this place? Is this a place that you create or you discover? Does the mind's conclusions affect here? Who cares about the mind's conclusions? Is it this or something else? It is something else which you are presently addressing as yourself. The I feeling became the I me feeling. Because you mentioned before the feeling of I is there. And I ask you, does it have any content? You say, no, it is just a sense of being is there. You see? That sense of being is really your watching place. The first important discovery, that you are simply observing the traffic of thought, sensation, feeling, memory, all these things are watched from this place. Some time ago, I shared with you a simple example that I thought maybe it's worth repeating now, and you must have heard me talk about it before, because many people could relate to it. And I gave the picture that there is a tree, and on one branch of a tree, there is a bird, and the bird appears to be building a nest. It has babies and it's building nests. Maybe flies off every now and again, it finds some worms, it brings it back to the baby to feed. Activity. Now this bird, I'm saying, represents our life of activity. Having a life, making a family, having a home, having your business, going about doing the things that we perceive other human beings are doing according to our culture, according to our tradition, according to expectations. That's the first bird on the branch doing that. But a little bit above, on another branch, sits another bird that looks identical to the first bird. But this bird is not doing anything. It only sits quietly observing. First bird, okay? Activity. We can relate to this one. Above, on another branch, sits a bird that looks like it, but this bird is not in that activity. It quietly watches. In its view, it can see the first bird and first bird activity, but also it's aware, a very open, expansive seeing. It's aware of the sky and the sea and the breeze, like this. But it's not doing anything. That bird represents an ability within you to observe with detachment. You follow? Okay? So when I ask you, yes, you are observing all these things, but you're not directly participating in them. Can you relate to this?
Yes.
That is also a space within you, a capacity within you, to observe with detachment. And these two birds, now, they are functions in one body. So while we are moved and active and so on, there's a natural awareness of the activities. But that awareness is not the activity itself. Does it connect with you? You see, this is so significant, and so significant a discovery for most people when they catch it and say, wow, but of course, it's natural, but it needed to be pointed out. You see? That I can see my activity, the activity of the mind, also planning what to do next and what was done before. This is all first bird activity. Watched from second bird position. What is second bird position? The sense of natural presence, from where you are viewing and perceiving all the activities of life, and your own life also sits inside that. Can you relate to this? Second bird position also. Thoughts arising also are coming, but in the position of second bird view, it watches the thoughts arising. Also possible from this second bird position is a movement, one of your great powers, the movement to believe or to engage with the activities that appear in front of you. But as soon as you go with this power to believe in them, it's as though you get pulled into first breath position, very easy. Can we follow this or not? Okay, so can you follow?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'm asking now, first breath position, activities of life, traffic and telephone calls, sending emails, sending this, Facebook, all blah, 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 and all of the activities of our lives, no? Second bird position, many people not even aware that they are aware. Meaning that now you're consciously being asked, keep observing, don't try to control the senses, let them just move inside the space that they exist in. You are only the awareness of them. Okay? You are not getting caught up in the bubble of any scenario. You're quietly looking. It's clear enough?
Yes.
Okay. Many people, when they discover what I'm calling the second breath position, already a sense of spaciousness or expansiveness comes into their awareness field. Is this happening? When you're not aware of your actions, it's like your world can easily become claustrophobic and tight. Running out of moves, I don't know what to do. When you sit back in the place of the observing position, you see from a wider perspective. And at the same time, you are aware that you are aware. Is true or not? And how does it feel? Is it the same environment? First bird position, second bird position?
Second.
When we discover this, already you are experiencing some sense of peace, space, spaciousness, a joy, a contentment. Panic, agitation, those lower energetic functions, they seem to be thinning away and replaced by a field more of graciousness, lightness, more open, aliveness. Can you recognize this or not?
Yes.
When people come to this position, then I say, be rooted in this, be one with this for a time. Because life is going to keep on presenting many activities, and it will feel as though some activities are trying to get you back into first bird position only. Nothing wrong with first bird. He can exist, but he's better existing with second bird also there, conscious, no? So let both happen.